afternoon and welcome back to Tech Showdown. My name is Kevin, this is my co-host Teddy, and today we're going to be having a look at these TT eSports Shock 3D 7.1 gaming headset. As you can see, they look definitely very gamer focused. They're pretty serious looking headphones. So first let's start off with the specs. So connection wise, it's going through a gold plated USB. So that's quite cool, I quite like this, but keep that in mind depending on what you're wanting to use these for. So driver unit wise is coming with 40mm neodymium magnet drivers, so that's pretty good for the most part, with a frequency response of 20Hz to 20 kHz, so that's pretty good. Mic wise, as you can see here, this is an omnidirectional mic, which I also quite like, which has noise cancelling as well, so that's also quite cool. As you can see, you flip it up and down there. And it has a frequency of 100 Hz to 10 kHz, so that's also really solid there. So specs wise, this guy does a pretty decent job. Now let's get into the looks. So the first thing you'll notice is that this is definitely made for gamers, that's for sure. The way it's designed, just the way it looks, it's just made for the gaming market, and it's made to stand out. Now, it is quite chunky, as you can see. It's a rather large headset. It's a little bit on the heavy side as well. It's not really like too bad, but it is a bit more on the heavy side. You have to keep that in mind. It has the volume adjustment on this side here. Also, you can set the 7.1 on and off, and also the equalization. So that's quite cool as well. So yeah, looks-wise, I think it's pretty good. It's kind of like in a standout way. You know, if you want to go to a LAN party or something, make a big statement, or just a pair of headphones that your friends would be like, wow, what are they? Yeah, these are the ones for you. So definitely not subtle. I would go as far as saying that. Now, comfort-wise. So it has a really good amount of cushioning, especially on the ear cups. These are just, there's so much cushioning on here. So that is really good. I quite like that. The headband also does have quite a bit of cushioning. It's a bit more on the stiff side of things for my taste, so you do kind of feel it a little bit. So it's pretty good though. Good amount of cushioning, I'll say that much. And there's a heap of adjustment here on the sides, so that's good. These also turn to lie flat, which is another good thing. If you're wanting to take these guys away, you can lie them down flat like that and be on your way. So that's really good too, and I like that. Being a little bit on the heavier side though, you do tend to notice it over the kind of extended periods of playing. But that's just me. So comfort-wise, I still think it's really, really solid. Just it probably might take a little while to wear in, because this headband, the foam is quite stiff on it. But it all depends on you individually. Now, sound quality. So that's like the main event with these guys. Is the sound quality good? Yes, it is. I really like the sound quality. I was really surprised because I was kind of expecting... I mean, I go into every review with an open mind, don't get me wrong. But just from the packaging of these guys and just the overall look of them, I thought it might be a tiny bit on the gimmicky side of things. But I was just really impressed. The bass is fantastic. Just listening to you know, like pop songs and stuff on it is awesome. But it's also good for like rock and metal and stuff like that too, which was quite surprising. It just did a really good job with music, very clear, very nice. With gaming, it also does a really good job. On the 2.0 setting, it just sounds like you hear the explosions really nicely, so that was really cool too. And generally, I'm not the hugest fan of 7.1. Mainly because, and it's the same with this one, it tends to kill the quality a lot. And the trade-off is that you get the 7.1. So I'd say if you're a sort of like competitive gamer playing probably like a first-person shooter type game like CSGO or something, then you probably would take advantage of the 7.1. However, if you're just more of a casual gamer, or you're just playing kind of like a campaign or something, where it's not really necessary to, you know, hear everything around you, then you're probably better off with the 2.0, because just the sound quality itself just feels a lot more solid overall. So that's what I would say. Now, software-wise, the software is pretty basic looking. Yeah, I mean, it's basic. However, that's not really the end of the world, because as I've said before, sometimes software goes the other way where it's way too complicated. So at least it's very like intuitive, easy to use. Generally, you probably won't need to use it that much. These are more plug and play for the more casual users out there. Anyone who wants to go a bit harder can obviously use it. Some of the presets are pretty terrible though. The club one just sounds awful in my point of view. Even if you're listening to club music, it just sounds so bad. So I really didn't like some of the presets, but however you can turn on the 7.1 within it, and you can do other settings if you want to play around with a few things. Now, the mic quality. Now this is where I was most kind of astounded. So the mic quality on these is absolutely fantastic. It is the best I think I've ever heard on a gaming headset, I think. I don't know if I believe. Anyways, so it's flexible, comes down to this. You can turn it if you want to get it closer. It auto mutes when you put it up, so that's quite good as well, quite a nice feature. It just is really solid, really clear. I really like it. I'd probably recommend it for people who are going to do streaming or something like that. I would be absolutely fantastic for that. However, I'll let you guys judge for yourself, so here is what the mic sounds like. So this is what the sound quality sounds like. I think it's really good. So this will be great for streaming, just general use when you're talking to your friends and that. It sounds absolutely fantastic, and I think this is one of the best microphones I've ever used on a gaming headset. So that gives you an idea of the mic quality, and I think it's pretty good. I really, really liked it. I did notice straight away, when I talked to friends on Skype and we go to play a game or something like that, everyone was just saying, how good the microphone quality was. They said it was absolutely fantastic. Now, on to build quality. So this is fairly plastic fantastic, as you might have noticed, which, I don't particularly like, especially the price point this is coming in at. I would have expected just a little bit more. One thing I did forget to say is that these lights, there are lights on the side of this that will pulse with the beat of your music or whatever you're listening to, or if there's explosions in games. So I thought that was really cool as well, just throwing that in there. So yeah, it's just pretty good though in build quality. I mean, it's plastic fantastic, but it feels solid. Like, it doesn't feel like it's gonna break anytime soon. It seems durable. Should be able to take this away and it won't have any problems, and it should last a decently long time, I believe. It's just, I would have liked just maybe a little bit more of premium materials on it at this price point. Which brings us now to the conclusion. So, how do I sum up this headset? Well, TT eSports did a pretty decent job with this. The shock is, it's really solid, I'll put it that way. Sound quality, solid. Comfort is solid for the most part. I think it'll get better over time. Mic quality is fantastic. It is excellent, just so good. So yeah, for streamers this would be fantastic. Anyone that needs good mic quality, I would really recommend them for that. That's really good. The looks, they're a bit chunky, but they stand out. I think they look okay. It depends what you're wanting to go for, really. And build quality-wise, they do a fairly decent job, just a little bit plastic fantastic. And at the price point it comes in at, I think it's a pretty decent job. I mean, this is a really solid headset. If you were waiting around, I mean, like if you could find these and they were on special, then I would definitely recommend them then. Maybe if they're just a tiny bit cheaper, that would be nice. But yeah, I think they're just a really solid headset. I don't really have any complaints with it. So if you're looking for a great headset for streaming or just gaming in general, then yeah, take a look at this guy. It might be exactly what you're after. But I probably would recommend, if you can, trying them on first at the tech store if they have one out on display, and just see how it fits you. Now, I thank you all for watching this video. Please subscribe to Tech Showdown if you haven't already, and like the video. And as always, I'll see you guys next time.